What led up to her wish was actually friends coming to me and say, hey, you should check out Make-A-Wish and nominate Andrea for a wish.
It was Dr. Woods who approached us and asked us if we'd be interested in having Make-A-Wish get involved with some type of a wish for Connor.
Congratulations, you've been offered the opportunity to get a Make-A-Wish. And so that was kind of exciting and a little nerve-wracking at the same time too. So
we waited for his wish to have it be basically a celebration. So about 6 months after he finished his chemotherapy, which was so cool, Isaac made his wish at that point in time.
I had only half of a heart, and I guess I needed somewhere to go other than the hospital.
We found out at St. Jude that we would get a Make-A-Wish, which we were kind of surprised about, but.
And there were a lot of difficult days, and finding out that I had a wish made it one of the best days I was there.
My sister actually, kudos to my sister Jenny Smith, she signed us up for Make-A-Wish when we found out.
During one of her hospital stays, we had actually several doctors and nurses ask us if we had been working with anyone from Make-A-Wish and to have her have a wish granted.
Someone brought it up again, and this time she said, no, because I had it wrong. She said, no, it's for the kids with life-threatening. I'm like, well, that fits her to a T. And so, and the other thing was, I was like, well, other kids deserve it, And I finally said, you know what, she deserves it. She's been through so much. And so I applied, and that was the start of it.
My first reaction was probably not the best. I was just a little taken back and kind of heartbroken, and then just reading more about it and getting him excited about it and our other son Max excited about it. It just kind of evolved into this amazing thing that we all would get to do together.
We thought Make-A-Wish was really for families with children that were terminal, and when this was presented to us, we were kind of not really thinking that we were going to say yes to it. Nothing against Make-A-Wish, we just felt like there was more needy children, but we went through the process and it was explained to us. So I think it's actually given us a better understanding of what Make-A-Wish does, and it's allowed us to not only share that with, we had an amazing trip on it, and my daughter got something that we'd never be able to do ourselves, but it also made it so that we could kind of push Make-A-Wish to other friends and family and explain what it does, and I think it's given everyone a better appreciation for what Make-A-Wish can do.
we kept saying, we can take him on vacation, we can do this. And they're like, no, this is for him. This is something that we think would be great for him, and let him pick what he wants, which that was easy because he knew, I think, pretty quickly what he wanted to do, where he wanted to go.
Isaac, do you remember what you wanted for your wish?
Tell me Captain America.
Yeah, and where did we go?
To Disney.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet Mickey Mouse.
I knew Australia was probably something I would never get the chance to do, and so I was able to kind of combine both a sporting event, a beach, and a warm weather when it was January here, so it was pretty nice.
I kind of needed somewhere to go, and so I've been in there for 80 days, and I wanted to go to Disney World.
He decided and told me about this blizzard event that was coming up in November. They were sold out. However, Make-A-Wish did everything in their power to get him tickets.
I wanted to see different cultures around the world. I think London was a great place to choose, and I didn't have to worry about language barriers.
We wanted to go someplace that was safe for him, and Disney is very big and very fun, but Give Kids the World is a lot more our family's speed, we think.
Well, I chose my wish because I've always been very interested in theater, and my wish was to go to New York and experience Broadway.
It's kind of funny because she was 3.5, and there was a VHS tape of The Lion King that the hospital had, and she watched that movie whenever she was in pain, needed to be distracted, anything. So she watched it over and over every single day, and when we would rewind it, at the beginning there was a commercial for Disney World. And she started saying she wanted to go there and meet the princesses. And so I think that kind of started her dreaming towards her wish.
There was a TV on in the waiting room before they did all the remodeling and stuff in there. And the Food Network was on, and I was just kind of out of it and just saw that on, and I thought it looked really interesting.
My favorite part of the wish was Andrea at age 7, just being a child at age 7. It was, every moment she was smiling, she was in the moment, she was enjoying where we were at the time. We weren't thinking about the doctors, she wasn't stressing. It was so relaxed, and she just got to be a kid. No wheelchair, no diagnosis, just Andrea at age 7.
I would guess that Connor's favorite part of the wish in Hawaii was the opportunity we had to go up to the mountain on Haleakala. It was a long trip, but it was so well worth it, and it's probably the largest memory that we have of the whole trip.
My favorite part was just being there with the boys and not having to worry about anything. Everything was just so easy and taken care of for us, and we were so welcomed. Like everywhere we went, people were so accommodating.
When the dinosaur about ate us.
It was cool to hang out with my family and do something that, you know, we weren't able to do just on like a normal trip or anything like that. Yeah, we got to see Andy Roddick for a while. He lost.
My favorite part of the wish was getting to shoot with Constapunka for a little time and just having that hands-on experience with the camera and getting to meet one of my favorite photographers.
Wait, Captain America, and I beated him.
Because you are, how fast are you?
This fast.
It's pretty fast.
My favorite part of the wish was probably getting to meet Jeff Kaplan, the director of Overwatch. He was really cool, and he gave me some insight in the game and stuff and behind the scenes. It was really cool.
I liked seeing the model trains and driving the remote-controlled boats at Give Kids the World. And Universal was really fun at Harry Potter and getting a wand. And I really liked Legoland too.
My favorite place in London was visiting Big Ben and seeing the London Eye. And we also got to see Windsor Castle, where Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are getting married in a few weeks.
Leo loves cars. Each one of us have all the movies. Clearly, he always carries this guy with him everywhere. So that was kind of a no-brainer, was Cars Land. We knew he would be ecstatic to see Lightning McQueen and, you know, up front in real life. Whoa. Huge.
Who are you excited to see at Disney World?
Mickey.
Mickey?
And who else?
Minnie.
Seeing Hamilton, that was like the main wish, was to see Hamilton.
Seeing the princesses, feeding the dolphins, seeing the stingrays, seeing whale shows. Mine was Mickey. Mine was probably maybe the hotels or hotels.
Mine was riding the Yeti ride 5 times.
Meeting her right next to the restaurant. She's just a really sweet lady. And then meeting her, then she brought in her whole family to meet us and another Wish kid.
I love the rides. I got to eat ice cream for breakfast.
You're constantly thinking about medications, you're constantly thinking about special appointments and specialists and the diagnosis and what have they diagnosed and what have they not diagnosed and why is she doing this and why is she doing that and what's this medication, what side effect is this medication going to have, and how are we going to get to that appointment in Minnesota, how do we get to that appointment in Iowa City, how much more time do I have to take off work. It's all emotional labor, and Make-A-Wish took that away for a week. And that's priceless for somebody who's gone through so much. She's gone through so much, and that in turn the family has gone through so much.
Many times we were making decisions for Connor while his cancer procedures were going on, chemo and radiation. And I think at the end of the day, we let him make this decision, and so he decided on the trip. As well, the trip was all about him. So there really wasn't a lot of focus, so to speak, on the 4 of us. It was all, what did Connor want to do?
It was just like this, like a little beacon of light in like our darkest time. So it sounds so silly to be so excited about, you know, going on a vacation, but when you're sitting in a hospital for, you know, 6 months not knowing if you're ever gonna be able to go on a vacation. It just meant the world to us.
I would say Make-A-Wish means like hope. It means kind of you're part of something bigger than yourself. As an adult now, it's cool to see like all the families that come back, and it's obviously empowering to the child and everything, but it's also kind of cool to see the dynamic it has on, you know, parents, mom, dad, whether it's a caretaker or a grandparent. It's cool to see that they're able to kind of relax and spend time. You know, if they're going to Disney, they're able to hang out with their brothers and sisters, and they're not worried about, you know, taking them to their x-ray appointment or their blood draw or their office visit. They're able to just kind of be family for a while.
I think that people have to understand it's not just for terminally ill children. I know when the wish givers came to our house, they were telling us that most of the people they've given wish to are still alive and, you know, functioning and everything. And the second thing I would say is the once-in-a-lifetime experience is something you get to keep for a long time.
Make-A-Wish really meant for us a celebration for Isaac overcoming his battle. It really gave us an opportunity to take a step back from our family's crazy lives, make some memories, and really just take a once-in-a-lifetime trip for our son. So the other thing I think further is this just really shows there's just so much good in this world, and there's an opportunity to be the good. And so we're very thankful for that, and we hope that more and more people want to be that good in this world.
It was such a struggle going through this whole trial, I guess, and to just have a chance to be together with family and enjoy ourselves and not worry about medical visits or seeing the doctor every day or anything like that. It was just so nice to be able to experience something new together and make new memories instead of the ones that we had that were really difficult.
And when I was in Memphis, we were separated, so it was just me and my mom up at St. Jude. And so my dad and sister were back at home, so it was like 2 months that we didn't see them, and it was really a hard, long 2 months.
It gives us something to look forward to. Right now we have a lot of stress and a lot of negative information coming at us, a lot of tough things to deal with. And this is something positive Leo's going to get to experience, and one of our special parts is it's something that Make-A-Wish Foundation has really taken the lead on, and it's something we don't have to think about and worry about. We get to concentrate on Leo and his treatments, and you know, this is just something we get to put our input in, and we know that we can lean on them, and we trust them, and we're really looking forward to it.
Being divided was horrible, and the thing that I'm most looking forward to is just all of us being together on a vacation, because we've never gotten to do that ever, and just all 5 of us being together.
Make-A-Wish helped me focus on something fun instead of what I had just gone through.
It was nice to just be together as a family because we had to spend a lot of time apart during those hospital stays. So just having time together as a family to relax and enjoy each other and just make memories, it just brought us so much joy and happiness. And just seeing her face light up every time she saw one of the princesses and how happy she was to visit with them and talk to them, and it just made it memorable.
For us as a family, I guess it was good to see him being all excited and happy, because we waited till after he was done and he was getting his immune system back before we took him, so that way we didn't have to worry about getting sick while we were out there.
It was nice to be on a nice family trip.
And the crazy part is now it is setting the course of his future. Doug wants to be a chef, so we're going to college first and getting a business degree, and then he's going to culinary school. So Make-A-Wish really has had this lifelong impact on him. It always will, because it was a very special time in his life, and we're very grateful to have had that opportunity and that wish. But it's kind of fun to see that it wasn't just a one and done kind of thing. It's going to be for the rest of his life.
And it was a trip that, like I said, it was effortless, and we've never had that. Even just in a day, we've never had effortlessness. So that was the best.
I am the producer of my school's fashion show, and each year we put on a show and pick a charity that we support. And so this year I decided to pick Make-A-Wish so I could give back to the organization, because it was so amazing for me, and I wanted to be able to give wishes to kids who can have an awesome trip just like I had.
Well, it's something that no one can ever take away. I mean, spending that time with your child, and the nice thing about the trip was we didn't have to plan anything. Everything was done for us, so we just had to show up.
Chronic illness, especially when you have it this long, it steals things like birthday parties and vacations, because you not only are you sick all the time, when you're well, you always think about when you're going to be sick next. So she spent all of her life thinking, you know, when are you going to be sick next? So being able to really focus on something that was fun, it was great. She had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Every kid deserves to do something extraordinary in their life, and when you have a timeline on your life, this gives us the opportunity to do something amazing with him and make memories, which is what it's all about.
You forget about your illness, you forget about the condition or whatever you have on. In a sense, you're healed for a week. And that's kind of what Make-A-Wish does, is it heals kids by providing wishes and bringing dreams come true. They don't heal you medically, but it lifts your spirit, and it really heals people.